Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today, the topic we are going to talk here that is about past continuous tense. Clear? Uh, Whenever you hear the word continuous, so continuous, it means ing form of the word will be used in it. Clear? In all continuous tenses, either if you have some present continuous, past continuous, or future continuous. So in all continuous tenses, what we need to use, we will use ing form of the verb will be used in that case. Clear? And if it is past continuous, so past continuous, it shows that an action that was in progress, when it was in progress, in the past. If it is in present, so action, it is happening, it is in progress when? Now, in the present. Or if it is in future, so how can we say if an action, it will be in progress, when it will be in progress? In future time. Are you getting it? So first of all, in continuous, Clear, we will study past continuous tense here. What is past continuous? So past continuous, or you can also call it, second name for past continuous, that is called past progressive tense. Clear? Progressive tense. So it shows an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past. It talks about a progressive action. It talks about a continuous action. But when that action will be in continuation, it was in continuation in the past. Clear? So if an action that was in continuation, clear? When in the past, we use what sort of tense? Past continuous tense in that case. Are you getting it? Like for example, yesterday at this time, we were studying. Like an action, it was in progress in the past at this time. What was that action? That was of studying. We were studying. Clear? So in this case, we will use two auxiliary verbs, that is was and were. Clear? Be words, was and were, because we are talking about the past. So we will use what? Number one, was, and number two, we will use were. So was is used like with singular subjects, like he, she, it, or one like subject I. Clear? And were is used with what? With a plural subjects. Get it? And after was and were, we will use present participle form of the verb. Verb plus ing is called what? We call it present participle. Clear? That is called present participle, or you can call it verb plus ing. Either you can call it, but name of verb plus ing is called present participle form of the verb. Let's take, the structure that is used for present, past continuous and positive. Clear? Positive structure. So let's first of all talk about the positive structure. This one. Positive structure we have, first of all, what we need to use, that is subject. And after subject, what we will use? Was and were. How we will identify that I need to use was or were? If the subject is singular, we use was. If the subject is plural, we will use were. And after that, as I told you, we use what type of verb? Past present participle form of the verb. Verb plus ing is used in this case. Clear? Like here are some of the examples, like Ali was working. Ali was working. Now in this case, we have used was, from which place we can understand it's in the past? From was. Like be past form of the verb is was. Present is. Like if we use is, it means it's present continuous. Later on we will study it. Clear? For example, they were playing cricket. We were watching TV. Like in all cases, clear? We have used what? First of all, we have used subjects. Clear? And after subject, we use was or were. And the last one, can you see? In all cases, we have used word plus ing. Working, playing, reading, writing, listening, studying, clear? Sleeping, cooking. So all of them are in continuous one. Negative one will be like if you want to talk about the negative, that you didn't do something in the past in continuation, we will use what? The same structure will be used, but only we will add up what? We will add up that of not. Clear? This is the negative structure we have. We just put not here after was and were. Before present participle form of the verb, we will use not, and it changes into continuous. Like here we have Ali was not working. Clear? They were not playing cricket. We can say we were not watching TV. So in all cases, after was and were, clear, we use not. So negative form, like the short form, clear, and was, is, wasn't. What is the short form of was not, is, wasn't? Like was not will become what? It becomes wasn't. Clear? It becomes wasn't. And were not, it becomes what? It becomes weren't. Get it? These are the short forms of he wasn't playing cricket. How can we say he wasn't playing cricket? We weren't playing cricket. They weren't playing cricket. Clear? So, or they were not playing cricket. And if you want to talk about the question one, if you want to ask question from someone, clear? The interrogative form, that is what? That is we use in the beginning, was and were in the beginning. And after that, what we will use? We go with it of subjects. Like was Ali working? Get it? Were they playing cricket? Either you can say, were we watching TV? So all of them are what they are in past continuous tense. Question like you can ask from people. Clear? This is what we have. Now, we want to go for that of further usages of past continuous tense. Past continuous tense can be used like we want to go to talk about further usages, clear? More usages of past continuous tenses. First usage of past continuous tense is another one that you should know about it. That is, we use past continuous tense at a time. Let me show you. At a time when one action was in progress before another action happened. This is very important usage of past continuous tense, clear? This one is very important usage. Like here, we will be talking about two actions together. How many actions? Two. One action was in progress. One action was in progress in the past when another action happened. What did I say? That we use past continuous tense at a time that one of the action, it will be in progress. Clear? When another action happened. How? Let's talk about, let me give you examples, then you will understand better way. Suppose one of the action, it was in progress yesterday, that I was teaching. I was teaching. It was one action. Another action, Ali came. Ali came, clear? So look, how many actions here? Two actions. We want to get both of them together. Like in Pushto Urdu, we say like in this way, हम पढ़ रहे थे जब अली आया. We say like in that way. Munga rote khoɗala chikala milmana rala. That's the kala. Your action for progress. One of the action was in progress. When another action happened. When another action happened. So an action that was in progress, we will use in what? We will use in past continuous. This is in past continuous. And an action that happened second. This is the first action, clear? This one is first action. It was in continuation. We will use in past continuous. And an action that happened second. It will be in simple past. This is the second action. Clear? And to combine both these actions together, we will use what? Conjunction. What sort of conjunction we will use? When. When or while. These are the two conjunctions. Either you can use when and you can use while. But remember, when is used with simple past, while is used past continuous. It is used with past continuous tense. Now look here. We want to combine these two actions together. Get it? We will get together both of them. Like if I say we were eating, or we were eating, for example, our lunch. Now can you see? We were eating our lunch. Continuous action. It was in progress. When guest came. Now can you see? We have got two. Number one, this action. This is one of the action. And the second one, this action. The second action that happened. And can you see we have combined together with what? With conjunction when. The same example. Why did I use when here? Because it is used with past is simple past tense. It is used with simple past tense. But if the same sentence you can also use in this way. Look, when guests came, comma, we were eating our lunch, for example. Now look at here. We were eating lunch. This is the first one. This was in continuation, and we have put comma. Why? Because we want to separate the first one of the action, the second action, and we have brought the conjunction in the beginning. When conjunction is used in the middle, we do not use any comma, but if it is used in the beginning, then you will put comma to separate that one. The same example you can use in this way. Look, when we can say the sentence, guests came while we were eating our lunch. Now look here. What I have used here, guests came. Why did I use while here? Because I have written here above, what I have written, while is used with past continuous. Can you see I have used past continuous? So before past continuous, what do we use? While. Remember, we cannot say when. But in this one, can you see here, I have used simple past tense. So before simple past tense, what would we need to use? When. Get it? And the same sentence you can use like in this way, while we were eating, comma, guests came. Now look here. I put comma, but I use while here. Why? Because the sentence is in past continuous. Remember, so while is used with past continuous and when is used with that one. So there are two actions. How many actions? Two. Number one, an action was in progress when another action happened. Like, for example, I called you yesterday. I called you, or for example, at 2 o'clock. I was calling you. You didn't pick the call. You came to the class and I asked you, I was calling you, why didn't you pick the call? You say, sir, I was performing my prayer. I was performing my prayer when you called. What do we say? Like, मैं नमाज पढ़ रहा था जब आपने call किया. Are you getting it? So one of the action that was in progress, we will use in past continuous, and the second one will be in simple past tense. We've already studied simple past tense. If you didn't get that, YouTube and a video go pura simple past tense video pratara. Tichu agu go beta so. Ha. Pade push told. Is this clear? The case bani push kana? Okay, let's move. Second function. This is also possible. Like in this one, we studied that yo action jariu chikalabal action was show. For that second function, that's the homung sarakedeshi. This is also possible that we use past continuous tense when both actions are spontaneously happening. When both actions are happening at the same time. Like, look, I'm talking, you are listening. Am I right? Both actions are happening at the same time. So in the past, if both action they were in continuation at the same time, again we use past continuous. Both tenses will be in past continuous. We will not use simple past. We will use both of them in what? Past continuous. Let's take some of the example. For example, look. If I say, I was sleeping, suppose, one action, my brother was studying. Both actions are what? Continuous. And to combine both of them, which conjunction we will use? While. There is no when. I told you, we will not use when. Why? Because both are continuous tenses. So we will only use, very good, conjunction while. Get it? Like, how can I say? I was sleeping while my brother was studying. Now, can you see both actions were in progress in the past is at the same time? Like, for example, if I say, Ahmad was singing while Laila was dancing. He was sending, she was dancing. Like both actions were happening at the same time. Get it? So for that case, again, we use that of past continuous tense. Second function is clear? Let's go with the third function, clear? Third function we have that past continuous is also used when an action is in progress and it is interrupted by another action or event. In this case, an action was in progress, clear? It was in progress, and it is interrupted by what? By another action. Like it is stopped by another action. Like here are some of the examples that what I have given you. He was having the most wonderful time on the beach when the weather suddenly turned awful. Can you see? Like it's the same way like the first case we studied here. When an action was in progress, when another action happened. But because of the second action, the first action is interrupted. The first action is what? It's interrupted. Like for example, we were playing cricket when it started rain. Are you getting it? So because of the rain, what happened? The first action is interrupted. The first action is stopped. Like I was watching a movie when my father came. So the first action is interrupted. It is interrupted like if you don't want your father to watch movie with you. Like is they were yeah. So look, as they were leaving, the phone rang. As they were leaving, the phone what? Rang. So we used in that case. Next, number fourth case, you can also use in this way. We also use past continuous tense before or after a certain time. Before or after a certain time. How? Take example, like 2 years ago. Can you see? 2 years ago. It's a certain time. 2 years ago, I was working at Excel Learners Academy. Now, can you see here? Before or after, I told you. It is also used with what? Before or after certain time. Like before 2 years, I was working at Excel Learners Academy. Now, the second example, she was still up writing her thesis at 2 o'clock in the morning. Can you see? So again, we can use that of your past continuous tense in this case. Next case of past continuous tense is past continuous tense. Case number 5 is for a length of time. It can be used for what? It can also be used for a length of time. Either the time is specific, clear, or unspecific. It can be used for what? For a length of time. And the time you want to talk about, either the time is specific or it's unspecific. Clear? Like here are some of the examples. My head was clear. My head was throbbing. So now, what does it mean? It's undefined length of time. Like the time is not clear for how long it was throbbing. Are you getting? But if I say they were eating that sandwich for an hour. They were eating for an hour. Can you see here? The time we have used at the end, it's clear. It's specific time. Are you getting it? So it can be used for specified time or unspecified time. Either you can use at the end of it. Number 6 usage of past continuous tense is it is used for an action that happens repeatedly or frequently. That happens what? Repeatedly. It repeats itself again and again. For example, my parents were fighting all the time when I decided to leave. Clear? So can you see my parents were fighting all the time. It's a repeated action. Clear? Or you can say, I was often worrying for my university. Can you see here? I was often worrying for my university. It's a repeated action. Again and again it happens. I was worried like yesterday, I was worried a week ago, I was worried a month ago as well. Next function of past continuous, function number 7. Past continuous tense is also used for a source of what? A source of irritation, a source of annoying. Like if an action that repeats itself again and again, the same thing, so it annoys the speaker. Clear? You get irritated. Like for example, take some of the examples here. My brother was always leaving dirty dishes in the sink. Can you people see here? So he was always leaving the dirty dishes. Like it's a sort of what? It's a sort of irritation or annoying. Second example, the old boss was constantly clear berating employees over silly issues. So now all these actions that if it repeats itself again and again and it becomes a source of irritation for the speaker, again we use it of past continuous tense. Usage number 8 is, it's very important one, very important usage number 8. That usage number 8 is, it is used to show development. Whenever you want to show or you want to talk about development, we use past continuous tense. It can be gradual development, gradual growth, clear, or any changes, gradual changes. Like for example, if I say, the weather is getting hot day by day. So how would we say? Like it's a gradual change. Past continuous tense is also used for gradual change. The weather is getting what? The weather is getting hot day by day. Clear? So we use that of your present past continuous tense. Like for example, things were changing. Things were changing like gradually. For example, I thought for her condition was improving. Her condition was improving. So condition improves like, you know, gradual. We can say his memory was fading as he got older. Fading. Can you see in all examples? The weather is getting cold. My grandfather is getting old. Clear? So gradual changes like if it comes, or development or growth it comes. We use past continuous tense in that case. Which one? Was, yeah, it's was. This should be was, clear? Is this clear? All right, the last one we have here, that a function of past continuous, the last function we want to study. There is past continuous tense for whenever you want to narrate a story. When you're talking or you want to tell story to people, we use past continuous tense in that case, clear? Or when you want to describe atmosphere, changes, clear? Past continuous is used. Like for example, as they walked into the sunshine, can you see? As they walked into the sunshine, the birds were singing, this one. The birds were doing what? The birds were singing and the breeze was softly blowing. So we are talking about a story, or you want to talk about or to explain or describe a situation, clear, or atmosphere, we use past continuous in that case. I was working at Excel, clear, Learners Academy, when all this took place. So this is what the first one, you are describing what it describes a story, clear, and the second one, it talks about the atmosphere. So this is how you use your past continuous tense in different situations.